Hi guys, this is Emily Cupelli for Gerda Steiner Designs, and for today's card I'll be using the Happy Fall stamp set to make a love card perfect for Valentine's Day. I already stamped my images on a Strathmore watercolor paper using my archival ink in jet black. Now I'm coloring the squirrel with my distress inks and some water. I started adding some vintage photo to the whole squirrel, and then we'll add some aged mahogany to the edges to add more dimension and a more reddish tone. Anyway, it ended up looking too red, so now I decided to add a wash of my spiced marmalade distress ink to tone it down a bit. For the twig, I'm using the frayed burlap distress ink. I want to quickly let you know about the giveaway I'll be doing on my Instagram, where you could win this adorable Happy Fall stamp set. So make sure to follow me there to enter the giveaway once I post it. I'm going to add a bit of warm lipstick to the nose, ears, and paws of the squirrel. I used the same colors on the other squirrel, which is why I didn't show it in the video. Anyhow, for this one I also colored the inside of his mouth in black using my distress ink in Black Suit, and his teeth in white using my white gel pen from Sakura. I also added some dotted details to his belly. Then I cut a strip of watercolor paper, which I'm coloring with my cracked pistachio and spun sugar distress inks and a round blending tool. Since the spun sugar is so light, I decided to add some warm lipstick to the top of my strip as well. With my stripe embossing folder from That Is and Big Shot machine from C6, I dry embossed a panel of craft cardstock. Now I'm using some Wonder Tape, which is 1/8 of an inch wide, and I'm adding it to the widest strip that are raised in my panel. For the next step, I highly suggest you to use an anti-static powder bag before adding the embossing powder, which I didn't use because I thought it wasn't necessary. Once I have all the desired strips covered by the tape, I'll go ahead and cut the excess of the tape with my scissors. Now I'll remove the backing paper from the tape in a couple of stripes, every 2 sets of stripes. Hopefully you can see here what I mean by that. To those stripes where the tape is exposed, I'll add some embossing powder from Wow in white pearl. And here is where I thought I could rub the tape with my fingers to remove the excess of powder. But I guess because the powder is too fine, it doesn't stay in place like if I were using glitter. So I added more powder and removed the excess with a dry, flat brush. This is how I do it when I use the Versamark, only that this time it was easier to remove the powder around the tape, since it is more secured on the tape than it would be on the Versamark. Then I removed the backing paper on the rest of the tapes and added some Wow embossing powder in Neutral Shimmer, which is a glitter embossing powder, and removed the excess with the brush. Then I went ahead and heat embossed it with my heat gun. Here you can see that it melted a bit different than it normally does on the Versamark. The tape was a bit sticky, so I went all over my panel with my powder bag to remove the stickiness. Also, the white pearl embossing powder kinda looks like frosted glass. Since it was a bit sticky, you could also try adding more embossing powder to it if you prefer. Anyhow, I like how it looks, so I decided to leave it like that. Then I cut the panel down to a thinner strip and a wider strip, and glued them to my card base along with the white strip I also cut. This gave me an inlaid look. Over the white strip of cardstock, I'll glue the background I already colored for my squirrels, and we'll glue the squirrels over it, using the pink area as the sky and the green one as the ground. Now we'll punch a few small flowers out of white cardstock. You could color them or punch them out of colored cardstock, but I like how they stand out in white. Once I glued them on my card, we'll round its corners with my 1/4 of an inch corner shumper, and we'll add a tiny dot of liquid pearls in buttercup to the center of my flowers. Here I already die cut a speech bubble where I'll stamp the phrase "I love you." Since the bubble doesn't have straight edges, I'll cut a curvy edge above my phrase to make the bubble smaller. Once I'm happy with its shape, I'll go ahead and stick it to my card. Finally, we'll add some irresistible pico embellishing shimmer to the eyes, nose, and tongue of the squirrels. And this is my card finished. Here you can see all the glitter from the embossing powder and how every little element added interest to the final card. Also, you can see how the color combination along with the little flowers made this stamp set perfect for spring and not only for fall as the name suggests. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did and subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet. Don't forget to visit my blog to see the list of supplies and more close-up pictures. Here are 2 more videos for you to watch in case you missed them. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!